following footage was uploaded to the YouTube channel D-Menace in June of 2020. In that video, a German urban explorer heads out alone to a massive abandoned malt factory, planning what he calls one of his most intense solo explorations. Right from the start, he makes it clear this isn't just another crumbling building. For years, rumors of satanic cult activity, and even alleged police involvement, had surrounded this factory. But what he saw at the property made those stories much harder to ignore. The long path leading to the entrance had been carefully cleared, as if people were still coming and going, making this abandoned factory feel very much alive, and possibly still in use for occult rituals. When he finally stepped through the entrance, the atmosphere felt wrong right away. In one room, he found what looked like a ritual setup: candles, strange symbols, even bones, which instantly reminded him of the satanic rumors. In a larger hall, there was evidence of parties or gatherings, implying that people met there regularly. As he moved deeper, he thought he heard faint noises but couldn't tell if it was his imagination or someone else in the factory. However, before long, that doubt vanished when he caught a glimpse of movement in a nearby window and suddenly realized he wasn't alone in there after all.
This is what the ball been hanging on. Oh, this is just the water. Holy I really hate these kind of moments. Some is happening here for sure. Here, I don't know if it's because I'm scared or if it's really because somebody is in here already. For sure somebody gonna come here today because this place is huge. It's really a big mark on the land here and it's hard to miss it. This place is enormous and scary, guys. This whole huge building is still accessible. I don't really know if there's anybody inside there or not. Who knows? Because I've been seeing that from the other side of the building there's some newly trash cans placed there just to clean everything, so I don't know. Holy shit. Holy shit, he's coming. Oh wait. So it's like not enough that I'm not the only one in this building. Now I see somebody's coming inside. I hope that this guy is peaceful and normal.
Unfortunately for the explorer, this man who had just entered the building wasn't peaceful at all, and from the moment he stepped inside, things only got worse. He kept hearing noises echoing through the dark halls, at first faint and easy to dismiss, but slowly growing louder, clearer and closer with every minute. Trying to stay out of sight, he began slowly backing away from the commotion, slipping deeper into the shadows of the factory as the sounds of footsteps and movement continued to close in around him. But no matter what he did, the noises only grew louder and more deliberate, until it felt less like someone wandering the building and more like this stranger was actively trying to track him down.
You can hear it, right? You can hear the noises. Somebody is in here. What the hell is this place? Somebody is in the building. I'm not alone here. I'm not alone here.
With the noises getting louder and closer, he decided to put as much distance between himself and the sounds as possible, eventually heading down into a lower level of the factory. Down there, he carefully navigated the maze of rusted beams and broken concrete, talking as quietly as he could and moving with extreme caution, fully aware that whoever else was in that building could very well be a serious threat. However, even with all his attempts to stay hidden, he suddenly ran into something genuinely horrifying.
No matter what's happening, don't stop. Don't stop, guys. Shit. He heard me. Guys, we're gonna make a first encounter. This is the last thing that I wanted to happen here. Oh yeah, good, good, good. Chill out, man. Everything is fine. English, yeah, English. What the fuck, man? What's happening?
I'm discovering you. I'm just so scared of you, so I'm just running around.
Why didn't you say something?
Because I just heard and I was scared.
It's good place to speak in English. Let me hold my camera for a moment. Holy shit, man. What the hell?
You scared me. I was just, I don't know who's rummaging around here, so could that be dangerous for me?
So we're good.
We're good.
Everything is fine.
Everything's fine.
God damn. I'm making just videos here. So everything is fine. I'm just making videos. I have a YouTube channel. I'm just
Everything's
doing
good.
some stuff
I've
here.
just into discovering like abandoned places like this, and yeah, so it's okay. I'm cool.
Okay.
Fortunately for the explorer, the stranger who tackled him turned out to be just another fellow urban explorer named John, there for the exact same reason, to film and explore the abandoned factory. After talking for a moment, and once they cleared up the misunderstanding, they decided to team up and explore the rest of the factory together. John later explained that the only reason he attacked was that he had gotten scared too, and thought that someone inside the building was trying to track him down. When he first entered the building, he also heard footsteps and a distant voice in the dark, and assumed that someone dangerous was moving toward him. So when a figure finally came close, he panicked and lashed out in pure self-defense. In a strange way, both of them had been completely spooked by each other's presence, each convinced the other might be a threat lurking in the shadows, even though they were there to do the exact same thing. In the end, despite how violent and unusual their initial interaction was, they ended up having a great experience, and walked out of that place not just with footage, but with an unlikely new friendship forged inside one of the creepiest buildings either of them had ever visited. The following footage was originally posted to YouTube by Sax Urban in April of 2026. In that video, 4 urban explorers headed into one of the oldest abandoned theaters in Garston, Liverpool. To get inside, they slipped through a side door and were amazed they'd actually made it. On one hand, they were standing in a decaying piece of the city's history, but on the other, they knew they'd just stepped into one of the area's high-crime neighborhoods. The streets around the building had a rough reputation, and coming there at night, especially inside an abandoned structure with no easy exits, wasn't exactly the smartest or safest idea. Even so, they kept moving through the old theater areas, all while hearing voices outside and the sound of people moving around the building. This was definitely not a good start, but they didn't see it as a direct threat at first, assuming it was just people passing by on the street. However, that changed when the voices suddenly started getting louder, and they realized someone was right outside the very door they had just used to get in.
The original prices are still on the wall. Boys. We just got boarded in.
Did we just get boarded in? Oi boys, don't worry, there's another fire exit. Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
We just got boarded in. Boys, there's another fire exit, don't worry, let's go.
We need to go down. We need to go down then.
No.
Wait, hold on boys.
Just wow, look at this place. Was it this door?
Yes, it is this door.
Yeah, they locked us in.
This is funny.
What is going on?
This is extra content. Yeah, basically.
We'll find a way out, don't worry. Do you know what, like, just tell them to stop. Well, we probably won't be able to hear us, it's too late now, because we've done it. Hello?
They seem to be going around the building right now. Fucking trying to scare us with the drill. I bet they're just scaring us.
At first, the group brushed it all off as a prank, just locals trying to scare them rather than genuinely trapping them inside this building. They tried not to panic, and one of them insisted there was another fire exit, so instead of just sprinting back and desperately trying to unlock the door they'd used, they went looking for a safer way out. But they found one fire exit already nailed shut, and another door with someone on the outside yanking it into place and bolting the screws in. Even then, they didn't quite register it as a real threat. They still believed that sooner or later they'd stumble on a workable exit, and they kept pushing on with the Explorer while that harsh drilling sound continued in the background. But that illusion vanished a moment later when someone outside suddenly started slamming against a basement door.
Archie. Let's go. Let's go find him.
Okay, they already come. They already came.
If he needs help.
Hello.
He's stupid fire exit trying to open it, almost hit me in the fucking.
What did he do?
I tried opening the fire exit in the basement that could be opened, and he fucking went like that, bang, booted it back in my face.
So he's basically trying to kidnap you then?
Yeah.
Well, when
They're
we're...
fucking about with us, but that fire exit can be opened in the basement, so if they do pour us in there, that's fine.
Do we actually have to call anyone?
No, but I mean, let's film our videos, and then...
I've
if
got
they're
fire
still-
exit open in the basement, I believe.
I do want to go back to the main floor.
Yeah, same. Such a good explorer before we got rudely interrupted.
Yeah, I've never had that happen before.
Through the fucking windows!
Holy shit!
They just threw a brick through a window and then he hit me in the fucking face!
You good?
Am I bleeding anywhere? They just threw a brick through a window at me. No, I'm fine. Fucking glasses went straight over my head.
You okay?
Yeah, it didn't hit me.
Yeah, now we actually have to call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, we call police on them, that's attempted assault.
Yeah, call the police.
Yeah. Hello? Police? Hello, so there's two grown individuals who have purposely locked us inside and throwing bricks at the windows to harm us.
Okay, let me get this all down. Do you know where this building is? What room?
I got all of it on
I'm
video.
still lingering outside.
Yeah.
Oh yes, they are.
Yeah.
By now, they'd finally accepted that this wasn't just a prank anymore, so they immediately called the police, even though they knew they weren't supposed to be in the building, and this was their absolute last option. As they explained what had just happened, and the fact that they were now trapped inside, the officers told them to stay put and remain in the building until help arrived. Before long, units finally reached the theater, but by then, whoever had been outside had already disappeared into the night.
It's Sax, the police are here.
Police are here.
They're on our side.
Stay where you are and do not move.
Not moving.
Come back to my light now. Do it now.
Who are you?
Officer with a taser, come
Okay.
back to my light now.
Coming.
We are calling for dogs, so you either come to me now or I send a dog in.
We're the guys who called you.
Yeah, so come here and talk to me. What's going on? Why are you in here?
We're urban explorers. We were just exploring the building.
Right. Do you have access to here?
The door was just open.
Right. You shouldn't be in here.
We know.
It's a massive danger. You all need to come to here because I've got dogs on the way. Because at this moment in time, we need to establish who you are. How many of you are in there?
There's four of us.
There's 4 of you. I want to
Yes,
see
sir.
4 of you here now.
How you doing, Constable?
Mate, put the camera down.
I have the right to film for my safety. After being locked in here, I'm going to film. I can't take any other chances.
Blow her out.
Whose fault is it to get in there in the first place?
Well, we didn't expect them to do that.
They knew we were in it, and they locked us in.
And they threw a brick through the window and almost hit me in the face.
So you've got no right to be in here?
We're aware.
Yeah, so it's your fault.
It's
Sam.
Yeah, but
it's
we
not our
We
fault.
weren't expecting them to do that.
If they asked us to leave, we would have left.
I wouldn't have gone outside with them, to be fair. I don't really trust it after a brick came through the window.
Yeah, I get that.
We're still here. We're still here.
Still here.
Hands up.
Yeah.
Here, Oscar.
Yeah. Good there.
Right, where are you?
Yeah.
Right.
First come with you or?
Have we got cameras on?
Yes, sir.
Right. Just so I know, is it just you 4 in here?
Yeah,
Yes.
just
Right.
us four, yeah.
Do us a favour, turn that off while we're dealing with it because we're currently dealing with it.
Following the officers' orders, the explorers switched their cameras off as the search began. During that search, things quickly took a different turn. The officer started accusing and intimidating them, pulled one of them aside for questioning, and claimed he'd given false information. They then went through his bag and dumped everything onto the floor, scattering it across the room. In the end, the group was given a choice: leave the city immediately or spend the rest of the night in a cell. So, with no real option left, they headed straight for the bus out of town.
Oh, I didn't know there was an entrance.
Right, lads, on your way. Who's the one who's driving? You're driving,
We need
yeah?
to get the bus back to where we are.
So you're getting the bus back?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sound.
there I think it is, isn't it?
It's on the opposite side, I think. I think that.
No, we're up this one here up the stairs.
Oh my
Hey.
god.
They did proper noise.
We would have not been getting out of that.
Yeah, we would have not been getting out. Alright, I'll just take some shots outside. Fucking dicks. Pussios, man.
As they walked away from the scene, they eventually managed to catch a bus and get out of the city. With a moment to finally breathe and process what had just happened, the explorers realized just how close things had come to turning into a complete nightmare. What was supposed to be a simple historical exploration had spiraled into one of their worst experiences yet. Trapped inside by strangers and then torn apart by law enforcement, who were clearly angry that the explorers had entered the building illegally, and given the circumstances, their frustration was completely understandable. In conclusion to these events, despite everything that happened that night, they weren't arrested, nor were they beaten or stabbed by the people outside, and somehow, after all of it, they were still lucky enough to walk away from that abandoned theater in one piece. If you've enjoyed the video so far, it would mean a lot if you considered subscribing. Over 95% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. Your support really helps the channel grow, and in return, I promise to keep bringing you guys the best quality content. Now let's get back to the video. The following footage was uploaded to the YouTube channel Alexandra Kiev in early 2021. In that video, two Ukrainian urban explorers, Sasha and her friend Sergey, venture into an abandoned school somewhere in Ukraine. They go there in the middle of a brutal winter, and with temperatures dropping to around -14 and heavy snow outside, they immediately suspect that people could be living inside the building to escape the cold, a sad reality that isn't unusual for abandoned structures in Ukraine. As they make their way deeper through the dark hallways, they start to notice a foul, heavy smell hanging in the air, and before long, they even begin to smell smoke, as if someone has started a fire somewhere inside. What they don't realize yet is that they're about to stumble into multiple rooms that aren't just ruined classrooms anymore, but cramped, disturbing spaces clearly inhabited by homeless people.
О, what the fuck, что это такое? Фу, это такой ужас. Бля.
Здесь прачечная. Вещи сушатся у людей. Пойдем.
Что-то тут слишком дохрена ремней.
Здесь вообще дофига ремней, таблеток и...
Слушай, хотела чисто вот сюда просто спуститься, думала...
Офигеть, конечно.
Тут ощущение безопасности ни в какой. Я просто примерно знаю, что такое оказаться с бомжами в одной заброшке. Или не с бомжами. Кстати, как тебе тут чувак? Он был похож на бомжа? Вообще, на самом деле, немного есть, но...
Похож, но я не... Абсолютно, что это.
Хуй его знает.
Я не могу ничего говорить.
Shortly after hearing those noises, the explorers moved away from the commotion and left the hallway, putting some distance between themselves and whoever might be nearby. As they whispered about what they'd just heard, they started to suspect that someone was either on the same floor as them or hiding inside one of the nearby rooms, but they had no idea how many people there were or whether any of them posed a direct threat. Trying to stay calm, they headed toward the stairs to reposition and get a better sense of where the sounds were coming from. However, that's when the noises suddenly echoed through the building again, making it painfully clear that whoever was inside had changed direction and was now tracking their movements.
О боже, фу, что тут за, блядь, вонь. Понятия не имею.
Слышала тоже, да?
Свет, 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 свет. Пошли, 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 пошли. Направо, 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 направо.
Идет на нас. Я вообще был уверен, что за нами пойдут сейчас, но...
Никого.
Никого.
Ну, на втором этаже мы не одни, 300%.
100%. И на первом...
Блядь. Не надо меня пугать, сука. Я сама кого хочешь напугаю. О, есть, идет.
Right after hearing those sounds near the stairwell, the explorers decided to head up. Even though they weren't sure if the person inside was dangerous or not, they still wanted to make their presence known and avoid accidentally startling whoever might be there, hoping that showing themselves openly would keep things calm. But as they climbed the stairs, they suddenly began to hear footsteps coming toward them, growing louder with each passing second.
Здрасте. Все окей? Да. У нас тоже. Мы вас не потревожим вообще никак. Не, отдыхайте просто, мы здесь по-своему. Кошка.
After finally coming face to face with the source of the noises, the explorers quickly realized the man they'd been hearing wasn't a threat at all. He was just a harmless individual sheltering from the brutal cold inside this crumbling school. As they talked with him, it became clear he wasn't alone. There were other people using different parts of the building for the same reason, but none of them showed any sign of aggression or hostility. With that in mind, Sasha and Sergei continued their exploration, found nothing else out of the ordinary, and eventually made it back out of the school without further incident. A few months later, though, Sasha decided to return to this exact same abandoned school alone, determined to finally understand what had really been happening there. This time, however, the situation was nothing like before, and things did not go her way at all.
Блядь. И что это? Тут просто дело в чем, тут очень много комнат, и не исключено, что в одной из комнат сейчас меня может кто-то ждать. Ну, по крайней мере, только так я выживу. Ёбаный пиздец. Сука. Ёбаный. Ебать, вот это нихуя уже не смешно. Ебать, я еще так никогда не орала. Но дело в том, что выход-то тут только один, и мне надо возвращаться назад туда, откуда я пришла. Но я думаю, если я это сделаю быстро, то, в принципе, меня никто не догонит.
By now, Sasha had realized that whoever was inside this building was not friendly and did not want her there at all. She had already listened to several deafening bangs echo through the halls, followed by the unmistakable shatter of glass somewhere in the dark, and each new sound only added to her unease until it ultimately shook her to the core. Realizing she was no longer welcome, Sasha decided it was time to head for the exit and started making her way back. But as she moved closer to the way out, the noises only grew louder and more violent, as if someone inside was deliberately trying to drive her out in fear.
Бежим. Только куда? Пойдем сюда. Там есть люди, если что. Сука, ёбаный фонарь. Перестань светиться. Есть. Фух.
Even after Sasha stepped outside the building, whoever was inside refused to stop and kept trying to scare her. For some twisted reason, the banging on the walls continued, echoing out into the cold night as if they wanted her to know they were still there. But despite how aggressive the noises sounded, the man never chased her or tried to follow once she'd left the school grounds. To this day, it is still unclear exactly who that person was or why they reacted so violently to her presence. What is clear, though, is that this definitely was not the same individual Sasha had encountered during her initial visit. But regardless of who this person really was, it is not hard to imagine what they really wanted. And one thing was certain, this individual wanted Sasha gone and nowhere near that abandoned school, and they were willing to make that point in the most terrifying way possible.